Well, this is the start of Mental Health Week in Canada. The primary goal is to raise awareness about the various illnesses, maybe get more understanding and tolerance. The Canadian Mental Health Association says this year alone, 7 million people will experience mental health problems. With me now is Nicole Chammartin, the Executive Director of the Winnipeg region of the association. Thanks very much for coming in, Nicole.
Thanks for having me.
In Winnipeg, the slogan is "Live life to the ultimate." What does that mean?
Well, it's really about what are we doing for our own mental health. So beyond mental illness and mental health are actually separate concepts in a lot of ways, right? So mental illness is something that can occur, but mental health is something we all have. Like the World Health Organization says there is no health without mental health, and that's something we all miss often, right? It's hard to, for example, how often throughout a month, Brian, do you think about your own physical health, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, you
about what you eat, exercise.
That's right. But how often do you plan for your mental health?
Oh, zero.
Yeah, that's right. Most of us don't sit down and think, what am I doing for my own mental health? And it's something that we all need to do. So we encourage, Mental Health Week is about taking stock of your mental health. What are you doing for your own emotional well-being and mental health? And how can you plan to work with that and to maybe improve it or maybe not, depending on where you're at, but just being able to have a plan around it. And so,
well, how can people do that to start planning to improve their mental health?
well, we're going to give tips throughout the week on the show, but really I think the first thing is take stock. We often ask people to think about what brings you joy in your life. I mean, how often do you sit down and think about what brings me joy? What are the things that I truly enjoy beyond eating a chocolate cake, but what are the things that I truly enjoy? So for example, spending time with my family and children, any of those things. What are the things that, make a list of the things that you truly enjoy and then make a plan on how you're going to incorporate those more and more in your day-to-day life. And that can make a huge difference in your overall mental health. Just finding things that bring you happiness and making a plan for them.
Pretty good thought. You know, very basic, but yet a lot of us just sort of in the hurly-burly of life just overlook it completely. Now, you mentioned earlier that you're going to be here on BT, or at least there'll be a segment on BT each week. Can you tell us what's coming up?
So tomorrow we're going to be focusing on volunteerism and connecting with your community. We know that people who connect with their community tend to have better mental health. So it's really important components. We're actually going to be having somebody on who's going to talk about their Olympic experience and volunteering in the Olympics, which we thought would be very interesting. Wednesday we're going to be talking about how you manage sort of the modern world and stress, and how do you protect your own mental health during that. And we'll be having a clinical psychologist, Raymond Abdul-Rahman, on to talk about that. Thursday we're going to be doing what are the best foods to promote mental health. So what kinds of foods can you be eating that will actually help you protect your mental health? Because the reality is, and we'll talk about this Friday too, there is a lot of overlap between physical health and mental health.
So these foods are going beyond comfort foods.
That's right. It's not that macaroni and cheese is the best. We're going to talk about some of the things beyond that. So, and then Friday, building on our theme, Live Life to the Ultimate, which is actually a play on our big partnership this week with Manitoba Organized Disc Sports. We'll be having the Manitoba Association Organized Disc Sports in, and they'll be promoting the event that we're having on Saturday. Our final event, Saturday in Assiniboine Park, is really how do you do physical health and mental health all together. We're going to be having all kinds of things like ultimate demonstrations, different kinds of tips and booths and yoga demonstrations and all kinds of stuff. And so I think there's information on that on our website, and I think that will be linked from your website.
Terrific. Well, thank you very much, Nicole. I appreciate you coming in to tell us all about that.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Best of luck this week as well.
Thank you.
And just a reminder again that each day this week, BT will feature a different segment promoting mental health. And please stay with us. We'll look at the latest in entertainment after this.